Today my heart hurts and my chest aches. My dad's dead. So whatever I say here is worthy of his memory of the person he was. And I think I may have to pause a few times during this, so if that's the case, please bear with me. Can everyone hear me okay? For those of you that don't know, I'm a clinical psychologist and I mostly work with trauma. And the only reason I mention it is because I believe that as far as deaths go, my dad's was a good one. Neither traumatic nor tragic. We all got to say goodbye to him many times over. We told him how we felt, and we knew how he felt. We had the chance to make many final memories before he passed. By all metrics, he lived a long life, and then he died of natural causes. I hope each of us is as lucky as he was. Still, it hurts. They say you don't know what you got until it's gone, and today that feels truer than ever. Though I don't think we took my dad for granted, with his passing, I have been flooded with many long-forgotten memories of him, and because of it, I think I have a deeper appreciation for him now than I always did when he was alive. I've realized that whoever I thought my dad was, he was actually a lot more than that. He showed up in different people's lives in a lot of different ways. That is to say, he was a lot of things to a lot of people. So I wanted to share a few memories of him, hoping it'll spark a few of your own. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've always theorized my dad feared his father. He described him as being very stern, and I think he tried to be a different kind of dad to us. I think he succeeded and never feared my dad. I can think of only 4 times he lost his temper. He was a very kind and gentle man. And that's something I've started to be with my own kids. When I got my first job at Burger King, on the first payday, I blew my entire check on garbage at Kmart. Fuzzy steering wheel cover for my car and fuzzy lights and stuff. A few days later, I was out of money. I needed gas for my car. I looked at him and I did one of these, as if to say, "You blew your money, you figure it out." My dad taught me how to budget. Years later, Mom told me he snuck gas in my car when he wasn't looking from the can in the garage. My dad loved cheesecake, but if you ever offered him dessert, he would lecture you about how he doesn't do dessert. He didn't like wearing shirts much either, at least when he was home. He loved taking shortcuts, or as we called them, long cuts. He made the best mashed potatoes I've ever had, and none can compete with them. He liked to mix lettuce and mayonnaise into them, and make odd things for dinner like hot dogs, tomatoes, and noodles, or SOS. If you don't know what SOS is, and ask an Army veteran, I won't decode what that means for you. My dad was a very enthusiastic person. When he was excited, he'd rub his hands and rub his face and rub his hands and clap. This happened a lot during Packer games. Let's go. My dad loved the Packers. He was at the Ice Bowl. He and I would talk probably 10 times every Packer game, before, during, and after. I'll probably notice this happens most on Sundays. He was the guy that taught me to do a job the right way the first time, and how to work as a team. For example, when doing dishes. "Let's get it done so it's done, Bo," he'd say, or "It's faster when we work together." These are aphorisms that would apply to this day. He was a master of nicknames. Bo, short for Jimbo. Dime, short for Diamond Bill. Also, little fat one. Teeny, short for Teeny Tiny Todd. Lightfoot Louie, that was Mom. And many others. If you knew him, he probably had a nickname for you. He also was a master of hiding Easter eggs for children and grown-ups alike. We keep finding them throughout the year. He loved trivia, game shows, and crossword puzzles. And he could compose a song on the spot, such as the classic Teeny Tiny Todd. He cut pieces into squares. He could count the cribbage hand with a 1-second glance and he was never wrong. I've never seen anyone do that. I played hundreds of games with him and I can count on one hand the number I've won. As great a dad as he was an even better grandpa. Though he loved his kids, he relived his grandkids. I have many fond memories of driving home from Minneapolis during the pandemic and rolling in at 1 a.m. to get the crib all set up and a dozen brats cooked, ready to be eaten. Just last summer, we went to the circus in Escanaba a few weeks before we learned he had cancer. When Rex, our oldest, had to go to the bathroom, Grandpa volunteered to take him, although he did not know Rex was not yet ready to go while standing. Suffice it to say, there was an accident, and Grandpa had to change his pants as we got home. I had a lot of adventures in the woods with my dad, getting bear bait out of the dumpster behind Mr. Donut, hunting partridge on Truex Road, but more than anything, fishing. There was a time he got in trouble that stuck in his thumb, right to the bone, while a 3-pound bass was attached. And I removed the bass, and we drove 2 hours through the Adirondacks to a clinic. Or the time I lost a trophy pike the size of my leg, it was too big, we couldn't get in the boat, and our net was too small. We went and bought a bigger net. And we agreed, thank God he was there to witness with me, I was completely happy. But more than anything, there were the countless nights on the Escanaba River, him and I fishing together. I believe the banks of the river will forever be haunted by the echoes of his singing songs like Down by the Old Mill Stream or Big Bad John, accompanied by the voice of a little boy, me. He was a master fisherman, and the movie The River Runs Through It is the unofficial biopic of his life. Again, I can count on hand. Every time we went fishing, we would keep track of the I can count on one hand the number of times I began. I adored my dad when I was a kid. And now as a father myself, I can't be with my 2 boys and not think of my dad, myself, and my own childhood. It's impossible not to. I don't know if it makes sense, but I see him and me, and I see my childhood. And them. And with his death, one of the main threads to my childhood is severed. They also say youth is wasted on the young, and I agree. My childhood is gone. I didn't even know it. I feel older, but it's okay. It's how it goes. It was a good death. In the last month or so, I thought about reading a poem at his funeral, and I knew he liked poems, and I couldn't remember which, so I asked him. But by then, he was too far gone. He couldn't answer. I asked Uncle Dennis if he remembered a few, and I looked him over, but none felt right. Then a couple nights ago, I was reading something by my young son, Jack, and it felt right. So I'm going to read an abbreviated version of it here today. The poem helped me realize that the deep love that I feel for my boys is the same love my dad always felt for me, Todd, Billy, and the rest of us. It was always there, I just needed to be a dad myself to see it more clearly. It's called I'll Love You Till the Cows Come Home. I will love you till the cows come home, from a trip to Mars through skies unknown, and a rocket ship made of glass and stone. I will love you till the cows come home. I will love you till the yaks come back from a jaunt downtown for a grassy snack, and a fire truck or a Cadillac. I will love you till the yaks come back. I will love you till then, and again, till my love makes a bed for the cows in their pen, and the yaks and the sheep and the wolves settle in, and the frogs softly strum on their frog violins, and the deer and the geese and the ants close their eyes as the moon sprinkles moon dust all over the skies. I will love you till the cows come home. Come home. Dad, I'll love you till the cows come home.